Hello everyone, my name is Dominic Santiago and I am here today to explain to you who my main characters are in my short film titled Last Day on Earth. The main characters in my short film is Tommy Hale, who is the main protagonist. Tommy is a young college student who wants to reconnect with his childhood group of best friends because he feels the need to get closure for what happened in the past and for not being able to say goodbye to them. He feels an immense amount of guilt for basically abandoning them and not speaking to them afterwards because his mother begged him to never tell anyone of their family business. I care for Tommy as a character because I can understand how he feels, and also his goals are very relatable for me because I myself had a pretty bad childhood, and I wish I'd done a lot of things differently. And to this day, it even kind of affects my decision making. So I can understand why Tommy wants to make peace with himself for what happened in the past. Now, the antagonist of the story, his name is David, and he is Tommy's father. David is a war veteran who spent his time in the Vietnam War, and during his time, it really affected him because during one of the worst days of his life, his squad was ambushed and it left him as the only survivor. Now, this causes him to develop self-hatred for himself because he believes that he's a coward and he could have done something to save his friends. So, David, as a person, what he wants is that he wants to ensure that his son is a better person than he is. And he basically feels the need to discipline his son by any means necessary, whether it means his son eventually resents him for it. But in the end, David just wants Tommy to be a better man than he ever was and to make something out of himself. I can empathize with that because I know what it's, we all want our children to be better than ourselves, and I feel like that's a very reasonable goal, but the way that he goes about it it's very wrong and it's very self-destructive, and it's very reminiscent of how I used to act in the day even. So the last important characters is Tommy's friends, Charlie and Henry. Charlie and Ryan, actually. They are the supporting characters that basically act as Tommy's support group. They basically feel the need to learn what happened to Tommy because he straight up abandoned them and never said anything to them after many years. They never resented him for that. They just want to understand why he left and, why he's been acting so strange before he left school.